Today we're going to be talking about being a homebody because I really did not want to leave my house today, and I never really want to leave my house unless I'm hanging out with close friends or going to work, and I don't want to leave for work anyways. So being a homebody. So first I googled it. I was like, what do the commoners, what does the internet say? Google said that a person who likes to stay at home, especially one who is perceived as unadventurous. First of all, I'm very adventurous. It just depends on who I'm with. I feel like that can apply to most people. It's like most people. So Google was giving me a negative vibe. So then I looked on Urban Dictionary and they said a person who enjoys the warmth and simple pleasures of being at home. I like this way better. And they gave an example. I'm a homebody. I don't want to go out. Just come over and I'll make you dinner. Perfect. Me, I would rather hang out with a group of people that I really like at home and play like board games and like have a good night and just laugh our asses off instead of like going out to a club. Genuinely. But I do. I'm not gonna say like I wouldn't go out to a club with people. Like I would enjoy that, but would I enjoy staying home and hanging out with a close group of friends? I would prefer that over anything, really. So with that being said, my definition, my personal experience being a homebody, I just find comfort in being home, number one, but specifically like in my room. I don't know what it is. I think just because since like 2020, I've been super self-conscious physically and like in all aspects. My personality, the way I speak, the way I look, the way I act, just super self-conscious about every aspect of myself that I just like kind of was like, I don't want to be perceived by any human being. Like ever. And I'm working on it. Let's just say I'm working on the self-esteem and self-image, but like self-esteem is like super low, and I just find that when I'm in my room I feel 100% myself because I'm not being judged, and I feel like that's a little bit of where homebody comes from. Not saying that you have low self-esteem if you are a homebody. Just for me personally, like that's how my brain is piecing it together. I think that's where it started. And then also like my mom never really let me go to any parties until like senior year, and I went, had a great time, but also it wasn't like the best time. So then I wasn't really like a big partier because my parents never really let me go out, so I was just hanging out with friends, going places and like not really partying. So I just felt like that needed to be said. Yes, in my house, but more so in my room, I feel super secure. Now, in my room, I like my door to be closed. I like my door to be closed because from a young age, my mom used to come in my room and just like nag me about stuff or like question me about my grades, ask me about homework. And that just made me like anxious, like super anxious. And I never was able to close my door until I was 18. So now that I have the liberty to do so, I feel like more at ease when my door is closed because like I feel like no one can come in, not even my mom, without giving me like a heads up. No one can judge me, no one can perceive me unless I give my consent, basically. I feel the most relaxed when my door is closed and locked. But also, I do have irrational fears, and one of those irrational fears is that something will happen to me, like something will fall on my head when I'm sleeping, or I'll pass out and my door's locked and no one can get to me and I'll die. Anyways, that's it really. I just feel like being in my room is a place of refuge without being super corny. My room is just like, okay, I can be 100% Kyla without being like, ooh, was my tone rude? Did I say so? Like, you don't have to worry about that when you're one, by yourself, and two, in your home, and like in your room, in your space that belongs to you and nobody else. I don't know. It's just comforting. And like when you're out here in the world, you're being perceived 24/7, even though 10 out of 10, there's like no one's really paying attention to you because everyone's thinking about themselves the same way you're thinking about yourself. Easier said than done to like turn that voice off in your head. Shout out to all the homebodies out there. I love you so much. Also, I'm getting into baking. Like you can't really bake anywhere but your home. So I'm finding like hobbies to do. But also I don't live by myself. So like if I lived by myself, no one would ever see me. Seriously, dead ass. Like I would just be in my house 24/7. Cause like I'm thinking of how my room is what my room means to me. And thinking if I had a whole like estate that belonged to me, no one would ever see me unless we were like this, and I wanted them to come to my house. I just wanted to give my thoughts on that because I saw somebody make a vlog about being a homebody and like what they do when they stay home. Toodaloo, I'll see you later. Shout out to all my homebodies out there. Peace and blessings.